This is gonna be weirder.
The heck? Hello. Find the game, please. Oh my gosh.
Than usual.
Now it's not showing the game.
You called me. So here I am.
This is fun. I don't know. Because we're doing it that way. Okay.
I know I shut you out sometimes.
Sorta.
I'm always glad to hear from you.
Just switched games.
It's just that I get my hopes up.
Which is fine.
So many times it's led to nothing.
I'll have to mess with Sekiro and see why the controller's not working. But in the meantime,
it's like
I like this game anyway, so we'll play this.
We live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it, and we think that's the whole world. The room, and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in the movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger.
Okay.
There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? here?
Ooh, I wonder if I can move the camera out a little bit. It's getting really close. Motion blur off. Gross. No thank you on the film grain. Goodness. Nope. I'm gonna be this close the whole time. That's okay.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Bureau expenditures. Mold removal, huh? Federal Bureau of Control. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials, unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils are not allowed. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. We in the bathroom. Anything fun in the bathroom? Nope. Were there trees in there? Do the trees poop? What are we talking about? I'm so confused. Poop in trees? Number 2 pencils. Got it. Picking up what you're putting down. Alright, what do we got now? Redacted. A shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill. So much redacted information. Ooh, what do we got here? Hello. As you all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request the R4E form from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission. Oh, hey, sweetie.
Hi.
I didn't know you were here.
I came to steal stuff out of Mom's wax or candle making tote.
Okay.
Hi.
Love you. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department. Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Okie dokie.
Hello?
Oh, I gotta see if there's any more stuff.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti. The janitor went away. You work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are helmet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Auntie the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
Wait. It's been a while since I played this. Yeah, that just... Because I went up here. The elevator was not there. That's where the janitor's picture was. Still the bathroom.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, sweetie.
Sissy, wait!
Wait, now it's gone? I mean, I'm not like... I've played this game, but I just... It still messes with my head, I guess.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
The oldest house.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
All right. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Drafting any public facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines, words and phrases to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, proud pride will be remembered. Words and phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apology, sorry?
Shit.
Oh,
Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
welcome to the oldest house.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the week, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara, not a single one. Trench. Clearance level 1. So now I can go through here? No? Oh, I do not have clearance level 1.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Good man. Okay.
I don't want to go in there yet. Marshall, we've checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Federal Bureau of Control. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. She is turning 46.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Wow, I dusted that one apparently.
The hissing sound that tried to evade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into every...
How to handle unscheduled lobby visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as a part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform a gunner's psychological assessment If the responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redacted immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
Everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
Not now. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize that certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media, we redacted in popular cultural singing, using redacted, our bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomenon contains clear elements of polarized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consume human redacted through two punctures of the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given the strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen.
Are you going to work tomorrow?
Probably why?
Okay, while you're there, do you think you could look for some Pokemon cards?
Probably not.
No.
They don't.
You were going to play it at the park.
Okay, well we'll figure that out. You put this in. Will you put it in a baggie, please? Okay.
That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
I pushed the wrong button. Where did it go? Did I blow up the radio? Must have blown it up. Okay.
Cleanse their control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
I'll be right back. I'm in the bathroom.
Shit. You did it. We did it. Can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You
I had my mic
are
on.
the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot. Ah. I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. And this is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the Hiss out.
Well, that wasn't good.
It didn't work. The Hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for
Oh,
you.
goodness.
My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone, a direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next step.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open.
Ah, through here. Okay.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Oh, goodness. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Mountain, Starlight Mountain Inn, and Out. Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodations $831.29, meals $714.84, gasoline $295.12, minibar $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us a budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent L. Hines. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any place of power. Drinking those little whiskey bottles is my ritual. That looks scary. Event summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Redacted deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through the federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been redacted. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for redacted minutes. No visual phenomenon was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file. Okay. Oh, don't go in there. That's painful in there. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green stable, yellow possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange highly likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Don't forget to check toilets. Dead letters. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from the toaster and the fans plus the timing belt from my car engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use a dialing plate on God. Okay. Goodness gracious, I'm hurting. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purpose, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all the letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell. This game is freakier than I remember it being. Oh, why did you pop up on my screen? That is not the right button.
80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Okay. Oh no.
An object of power. Looks like the Hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it. It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
How about the power to move you? That's telekinesis, Kyle. Ooh, almost died.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help you through this.
Oh gosh. Book Club Notes for Penny, B.L. Sampson. By Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid the way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech. Their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invaded the city planet and convert the entire population using their brainworms, and the space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed, not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Damage after kills. Summary of the Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to redacted. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can't stop monitoring and all this redacted stuff for any of the message opinions. All right. Whew. Yes, yes. You go, girl. Oh, what's up, Spence? Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override in maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, the clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? All right, calm down, Marshall. I'm not going in there because there's mold. It will kill me. Oh. Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP address. The following are the confirmed identities of these users. Those are names. These individuals are in a breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action pending. Okay, I guess that's all that was in there.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight will be right back.
Ugh. Didn't like that.
Great.
Owie. Okay, so it saves everything I've done. What the heck?
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Hi, Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you?
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. Embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier. Hey, are you still recording this?
Oh, goodness. A spat of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte Homes closet disappeared during this incident.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The Hiss got him.
Damage boost, huh? Let's look at that. Let's boost that damage. What else you got here? Let's see. Health. What's that one?
The hotline can't be far now.
Hotline chamber. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. 819. Director Trench. Bill Everett, custodian. Director Trench. Carol Bishop, custodian.
No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Changes which door is open. Okay.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, I fell.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. the only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I haven't thought like I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Let's see. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See that thing. The key opened a door marked with the inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of the Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted. By initial hypothesis, center on the Butte AWE as redacted. See Dr. Darling's presentation. You saw that. This door wasn't here before. Look, I'm in the office. And his dead body is gone. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FPC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant wouldn't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate, or being here. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Okay, I think I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm tired. Good night. Good night. Good night, all.